Hey everybody! So now I would like to tell you what I would like you to do after you listen to the book Puddles. In this story, we saw how color can really make things look more realistic. We saw how using white in our blue water made it look like it was actually moving. See how it looks like it's actually moving down this hill? By having the white along the edges, it looks like the water's flowing. Also, the use of white here shows that it actually looks like the water is splashing up in the air. Using white creates movement. So what I would like you to do is to find a piece of colored construction paper that was wrapped up like this with a rubber band around it in your material bags that you picked up. Pick out whichever color construction paper you want, just one sheet. It doesn't matter what color it is. And you are going to be using either crayons. I would probably say crayons if you have them at home, or if you have oil pastels at home, that would work too. If you don't have crayons or oil pastels at home, don't worry. I still have something that I would like you to do. But if you do have these coloring materials, here's what you should do. You are going to make a spring picture that shows water moving. So you can decide if you want to make like a pond, a stream, or someone splashing in the water. You're going to use blue for one, because generally that's kind of what color we see water as. So you could start out by making a stream by just kind of making a wavy line. And you can use your crayon to fill it in. It doesn't have to be filled in perfectly. You could use the side of your crayon too if you wanted to, if there's no paper on it. And then you're going to use a white to really show that this water is moving. So you could do some white along the edge. Maybe a couple lines of white down the middle so it looks like it's flowing. You can go back in with your blue and get this whole area filled in really nicely so it looks like moving water. If you wanted to, you could make a pond. So you make kind of like an oval. Fill it in with some blue. If you have different shades of blue, you could be creative and kind of overlap those colors. So this is kind of a turquoise I'm putting over the top. Get your oval filled all the way in. And then you can use white again over the top. I'm using an oil pastel white, but if you don't have white oil pastel, you could just use crayon too. And now say we want to make it look like someone's splashing in the water. So we can make vertical lines, which means up and down lines. Some of them can be a little diagonal, which means they have a slant to them. Use another color of blue if you have one. Kind of overlap your lines you just did. And then to make it really look like that water's splashing up in the air, put some white over the top. And then you could draw a person so it looks like they're actually splashing in the puddle. So you could start by making some boots. straight line down, another straight line down, and then a curve, kind of like a backwards C, and then connect from here to the bottom of the backwards C. Line on the top, and there you have a boot. Now they need some pants. So all you're going to do is make some straight lines. Straight line for the top of the pants. And if you have more room, I'm running out of room, but you could make the shirt and a face. Then you could go in and you could do some work with some green to make some grass. Just make some straight lines of green. And then remember in the picture, it showed us some areas where they did the grass. They did another color than just green. They also put some yellow that makes it look like the sunlight is shining down on the grass. So you could overlap some yellow or some gold. I have a gold oil pastel. You can use crayon if you want. And to make this grass look more thick, just keep adding more different shades of green. If you don't have any colors at home, you could make a spring picture just using a pencil or a pen. Think about all the things you like to do in the springtime. Maybe you like to jump in puddles, or maybe you like to pick flowers. Maybe you like to go outside with your umbrella. So what I would like you to do is, if you have the coloring materials, show me that you can make water look like it's moving by adding different shades of blue and white. If you don't have coloring materials, you can just draw me a picture of something you like to do in the spring. You don't have to be in the picture, but you can draw yourself in the picture if you want. When you've finished, take a picture and then submit it and upload it onto either Seesaw or Class Dojo, whichever your teacher has you use. Have a good day.